series, and good to see Sene Nupu as well back after her exploits with the Ireland 15s in the Six Nations. That is the starting teams. Plenty of experience for France, the likes of Chloe Pell, Meillan, Biscarrat, so effective in Sao Paulo, and a couple of tries in her opening game, if you remember, all the way back in Brazil. Keep an eye on her. Lucy Mulhall from County Wicklow in Ireland, the captain. Alison Miller also back from the 15s game, and she scored a hat-trick against Scotland in her final match during the Six Nations Championship, so keep an eye out for the Portlaoise flyer. Well, France plate winners in Sao Paulo with a lot of new faces here. They'd be quietly confident of doing well. Shannon Izar and Jennifer Tronsley have travelled with the squad, but they won't play any part in Atlanta. They're being held back for Langford next week, so competition and plenty to play for in the France squad.
Ireland was good too.
So both teams out, a little bit of cloud overcasting the stadium here in Atlanta. Dallin Stanford, former USA Sevens international, is beside me, and I suppose Ireland, bottom of the table, they'll be looking for a good tournament.
Oh, they certainly will be. And first game up, that's when you get teams unawares. Expect Ireland to come out firing in this clash here against France.
So beautiful conditions, a little bit of wind. If this was the 15s game, that might come into play a little bit more, but Sevens is all about running rugby, and Ireland look very calm and relaxed out there. France, well, you know what to expect from them. Tough, physical opponents. They go right to the death, and as I said, there are places up for grabs ahead of Langford next weekend. So we're underway, and first touch, look at that. Audrey O'Flynn is holding her arm, and I think she's a bad injury for Audrey O'Flynn. First touch of the ball, she went straight down, and that does not look good at all, Dallin.
Well, we said it's how you start off this tournament, and the whole Irish squad won't be happy about this. Take a look at the replay here. Ball bounces off her chest, and then she gets hit in the kind of low stomach region, so we hope she's okay.
Well, getting some attention, Audrey O'Flynn, former Ireland hockey international, of course, 120 caps for her country, and then deciding she's had enough of the game with the sticks and wanted to choose rugby. She's been very successful at that and a mainstay of the Irish team. Now look, she's sitting up, and I'm glad to see that. It looks like a rib injury.
I feel like you're pushing the line, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it might just be a bit of wind as well knocked out of her. Take a look there at Anthony Eddy looking on.
Good now?
She's getting to her feet. This is a great sign for Ireland.
Yeah, well, good to see. Round of applause all round. And even the French, I'm sure, are pretty relieved, because nobody wants to see anyone go off. And we saw Portia Woodman in her opening game for New Zealand, one touch of the ball, and she limped off for the next few games. Audrey O'Flynn is back on her feet and packing down in the scrum. So the feed from Biscarrat, a little bit awkward for her to deal with, but France get it away. And Lepesque, the pass not going to hand, and Ireland swarm all over that ball. Hall couldn't hang on to it, it went forward off her hand, so it'll be a scrum to France. But Ireland playing the pressure game, and France at the moment taking time to settle into this one.
Yeah, a bit of nerves here. First touch of the ball, just kind of bounces backwards there. Good tackle coming in here from Murphy Crowe as well, putting the pressure on the French, and they will still maintain possession, but early knock-on coming their way.
Well, looks like the captain, Lucy Mulhall, is taking a bit of a knock again, so Ireland being tested out physically earlier on. She's okay, takes her place, and Murphy Crowe back on the wing as well. Biscarrat goes blind. Lepesque trying to feed ball on the outside. Little step from Guérin, and France recycle it. Still inside their own half, and Ireland trying to close the gap quickly and force the pass. That was straight, if anything, but it wasn't a hand. And again, those nerves that you spoke of, Dallin, you can see France are taking time to settle in here.
They really are. I've got a chance to watch them in training yesterday, and these little errors will cost you at this high level of sevens. The ball, you got to put it out in front for your winger, but it was very low to catch. Perhaps we would have seen some soccer skills come into play there.
Well, we're going to have our first line out, and it's going to be Stacey Flood to throw. Ireland, a feature of their game in Sao Paulo was the line out. Plenty of ball off the top, exactly like that. Mulhall runs onto it, beautiful pass. Murphy Crowe, can she release Ali Miller? No is the answer. Ireland recycle it. The pass, though, not particularly effective, and Williams leaves it for Flood, and the ball comes off Mulhall again. That one went forward. Is the referee playing advantage? France have possession, so maybe it doesn't matter. Biscarrat, Meillan, the long blonde hair of Marjorie Meillan, 3-on-3 in the tackle. Flood hit her hard there, and she needed to. France recycle again. This is Guérin. Little pass to Fourcade. Good retention of the ball, better handling this time from the French. 2-on-1 out wide now if they want to go. This is Ladagnew. Ladagnew tries to go past O'Flynn. I think she's going to get it for pace. O'Flynn did well to get back. Ladagnew back on her feet. Was she held? No, says the referee. Bungled into touch. And well, the first glimpse of the French in attack.
It's the flair you've come to see here. Turnover possession is what made it. Then she ran down the touchline, did brilliantly. Watch her, lays the ball, lets go of it, gets to her feet, and then is allowed to play it. But the Irish swarming defence prevented a certain try.
We're not going to be having these meetings every line out set, please.
So Ireland will have a line out. Successful with their last one. Audrey O'Flynn at the back to lift, and it's the same option here. Megan Williams in the middle. That one not as successful, and France trying to wrestle it free. It's gone forward off an Irish, and they'll be furious with that because, I mean, Mulhall's boot and the Irish line-out has been a feature of their play in the tournaments over the last 3 series, and that was an unforced error.
That certainly was. You see, nobody jumped up from the French side, so they just needed to take their time to take that cleanly and bring it in. And now a real opportunity here for France to put points on the board.
Bind. Set.
Only Ladagnew standing to the right-hand side.
Early.
Lepesque set behind it. Quick tap and go. Just held short of that line. Ball at the back there. Chloe Pell protecting possession. Still there for Fourcade. Switch from Mayan. She's 5 metres short. Lost it in the tackle, and a good hit again from Audrey O'Flynn, who's put herself about, but she's slow to get back to her feet.
It really has been a feature of this Irish side in this first few minutes. Defensively, they've been putting players to the deck and not scared to get their bodies in the way. France, you got to feel they needed to move that ball wider just to open up some of the space.
Audrey O'Flynn breathing hard, and Ireland still camped inside their own 22.
Bind.
They've got a chance to get out here.
Set.
Alison Miller standing very wide. We know how much pace she's got. Mulhall opts to boot it, and Ali Miller's after this now. Where's this going to bounce? Awkward one to deal with. In fairness to Lena Garant, she got back well. Needs a bit of support now. First tackle's missed from Ireland. Second one manages to go in from Murphy Crowe. Options both sides, and advantage being played to the French. Here is Maya. Any room on this left-hand side? Just on the halfway line. Still there for Lepesque. Chance to go here. Ladagnew beats the first tackle. Ladagnew steps inside. Ireland asleep at the wheel, and Ladagnew is going to get the first score for France. 3 tackles missed there. Brilliant try though by the French.
She's returned from shoulder surgery for Sao Paulo, and now she gets into the stride. The ball was perfect. She received on the run, and just defend. Don't argue. Get off me, cutting back in field. We saw how dangerous she was in the first few minutes, but beats 2 players. And finally, we have somebody on the scoreboard right now, and it is the French.
Well, you felt that one was coming, didn't you? And Ladagnew took full advantage of poor Irish defence, you have to say. They'll be furious watching the replays of that one, because there was 3 missed tackles there. And when you have to give credit to the French number 7, equally you have to say Ireland won't want to see that one again. So just a minute to go at the end of the first half, and only 1 try to show for the efforts of both teams. Is that one going to go 10? Well, it's almost a carbon copy of the first kick, and Audrey O'Flynn gets another thumping hit for her troubles. Knocked the ball on because of it, and I tell you what, she is going to need a bit of attention after this one. She's been in the wars.
We could feel it here in the commentary booth. So physical, so aggressive, but this time she pops right back up.
I feel like they're both competing for the ball.
And we have the officials just having a quick chat about this.
Both competing for the ball in the air.
Yeah, fair challenge. Just making sure with the assistant referee. These guys have only met once before. That was in 2013 in Dubai, and France comfortable 38 points to 10. At the moment, though, there's only 5 points between them. Ireland putting pressure again. Advantage being played now. A score before half-time here. We'll put them right back into this one. Mulhall off the deck. Awkward one. Miller. Haven't seen her too much of Ali Miller, but she runs straight into contact there. And Mulhall again, trying to release some runners on the outside. O'Flynn. Another big hit goes in from Mayan. Back to the captain. Ireland still with the ball. Williams. Well, penalty advantage got to keep the tackles down. Mulhall wastes no time, quick tap and go by the Irish captain. A thumper, a rib buster in midfield from Mayan. We can feel that one and hear that one all the way up here in the commentary box, and France looking to take full advantage. The tackle's missed and they are going to take full advantage. Fourcade stretches the legs. I can tell you that Stacey Flood is in a heap on the halfway line. That was a thumping tackle and it led to the French try.
Well, we haven't seen a hit like that since the Beatles rolled in the 60s. Look at that shoulder right in the rib cage. Perfect technique, and that was the turnover right there. They created the opportunity, picked it up, and then down the touchline they streak. Superb stuff from the French. You got to feel for the Irish though. They were on a charge, and all of a sudden they got 2 tries against them.
Stacey Flood back on her feet, but she is feeling the worse for wear after that hit. The conversion just drifting to the right and wide. So France with 2 tries, and Stacey Flood is still in a bad way. Hopefully she manages to recover, but as you can see, France in control by 10 points to 0 at halftime.
And follow at USA Rugby and Eagles News.
Offensivement, reprenez la profondeur, ne vous affolez pas, amenez les ballons au fond, jouons les couloirs à fond. Marche simple, juste envoyez dans l'espace quand c'est fait. Ne vous emmerdons pas à croiser, envoyez dans l'espace quand c'est fait. Et ensuite, soyez très propre sur votre enquête, juste on annonce, on garde, on sort sur le ballon de 45, simplement envoyons les ballons, sortons-les, ne tombons pas dans leur jeu, là dans la guérilla. Défensivement, c'est très bien, ne créez aucune poche. Par contre, quand elles sont isolées, on met les ballons au ballon. Chance coming out of our field position, let's run it out of there. Their winger stays back loose, so we want to run the ball out of there rather than kick the ball and give it away to them. Okay? Control the possession now. Let's dominate that stat for the second half. Let's go,
girls! Yeah, come on! Come on, we're doing well, girls, come on!
So second half about to get underway, and I can tell you that Stacey Flood is still on the pitch. She's made of tough stuff. The Irish number 3, member of Railway Union back in Dublin. And Ireland, you have to say, conceding that second try against the run of play just when it looked like they might manage to launch an attack. Mayan, well, she has been a rib buster for France. Massive hits going in from the French number 3. Biscarat opts to keep it wide. Guérin swallowed up by a sea of green for Ireland. Still there for the French. Ball from Pell out to Mayan. Wants a little switch, gets the switch. Ireland having to defend. Ali Miller steps off her right, just marshalling towards the touchline. And France with possession. Ireland need to get their hands on this ball if they can. Lovely little pass back inside, and Lepesque in the right place at the right time. Guérin fires one out. Here's Biscarat. Well, if she'd managed to hold that one, there was a bit of space, but across comes Murphy Crowe. Audrey O'Flynn knocks it back down. Play on, says the referee. Where's this one going to go? Footwork. Guérin. Where's that going to bounce? Just over the dead ball line.
Taken in by
well, I tell you, Zizou Zinedine Zidane would have been proud of that footwork.
And what about the dive as well? Somebody got taken out in back play. It was played on because it's knocked back from an Irish player and then kicked through. Desperate times here for Ireland, and that little ankle tap there just preventing a try as the ball trickles over.
So Ireland get a chance to clear here. It's going to be a 22-metre drop out. Mulhall, plenty to aim for. O'Flynn is going to be the lead chaser here. That one a little bit too far for her. Biscarat underneath it, and look at that little step off her right. Step again, and the Irish defence just A little bit confusion at the moment. Numbers on the left here if they can get this one. Ladagnew tackled. 6 metres short. Mayan to act as scrum half. Finds Lepesque. Nice switch with Fourcade. One try already. She's going to get a second. Underneath the post. And France are in again. Their third try. And the Irish defence once again letting them down. France, though, deserve every bit of credit.
Great sevens. French are playing here, moving the ball from side to side, and then a little switch back on the inside. So tough to defend for the Irish, but what it really impresses me is the one-on-one ability of these French players to beat the Irish defense.
So conversion to come, no problems from underneath the post. 7 points for France and 17 their total. Ireland yet to get off the mark. A couple of substitutions to try and freshen things up for Ireland. In comes Hannah Tyrrell. And Sene Naupu from Connacht, back from Ireland 15's duty as well. So interesting to see what the Connacht centre can do to try and spice things up into the Irish backline. Plenty of gas, Sene Naupu. By gas I mean pace, of course, not the other one. And France restart. Deep inside the 22, Mulhall in the right place. Here is the first touch for Sene Naupu. Now see what she can do. It'll show and go. Off she goes for Conifer. What a tackle from Mayan. Incredible. I mean, the work rate of the France number 3.
Take a look at the replay. Good break. But that defensive tackle, even though she was marked, came in and absolutely swallowed up the new Naupu. And now they will get possession as well. A double whammy for the Irish side.
Crouch.
Scrum right in the middle. Options both sides for France. And
Bind. Set.
those one-on-one scenarios that Dallin mentioned, they've been taking full advantage of them. That they can get the same situation here.
Saber. Off.
Penalty against Ireland. Quick tap and go. Biscara waits no time. We've got 2 outsider. Doesn't need him at the moment. Biscara on the offload as well. Beautiful hands by the French. In they go in the corner. Ladagnew. And that is as good a try as you will see. Beautiful hands all the way.
It all started at the little nuggety halfback, you said. Biscara just stepping in, weaving magic. Watch that one-handed offload. 2 in a row on the French. Unstoppable right now.
One coming off the green.
Conversion attempt, very good strike, but flag stays down. So 22 points, 2-0. Ladagnew, surely that seals it for France now. No way back for Ireland with 2.5 minutes left to play. And that man must be happy, David Cortex, as he mentioned they have been working on technical skills over the last few weeks. That last pass they were talking about when they were in positions to score tries, you saw a perfect example of brilliant execution there. So all that work is paying off on Ireland. It's another unforced error, this time from Tyrrell, and it gives possession straight back to France. I mean, Ireland, Naupu takes the tackle, but it does well to offload the ball there for Miller. Back to Naupu, switches the play. Ali Miller once more, trying to go through the middle, but 2 French defenders, and no joy for the Irish winger. Tyrrell again tries to create space, but Ireland get the penalty. France coming in from the wrong side. Quick tap and go. Mulhall not taken from the right mark, so we'll go back again. Ireland going to make another substitution. In comes Claire Keohane. And Kim Flood in her debut tournament for Ireland takes the penalty. Mulhall, dummy switch, and then fires one out. Keohane, first touch for her. Tyrrell, nice switch inside to Miller. Good French defending. Thomas makes the tackle. She's only on for France as well, and drives the legs. Rose Thomas. Good defensive work again from France, as it has been for the duration of this match. Setting down a marker here. France go up the line inside the last 35 seconds. They've been impressive though, Don.
No, they certainly have, and it all started with the defensive pressure, just flying in with their bodies, putting shoulders to bodies, taking people down to the ground, and then ball in hand, they can work the phases. They use the width of the field very well, and that is so tough to defend on the sevens pitch.
Well, you saw Canada and Russia in the opening game. That's the next two opponents for both of these teams, and Canada comfortable. I'm sure Russia, though, looking to strike back, and Ireland, well, it's been the story of the season so far for them. Still very much a young side, still very much developing in terms of rugby, and a lot of players from Gaelic games backgrounds, both camogie and football. So I'm sure a work in progress for Anthony Eddy and his coaching team. A bit of attention still for Goulion. This is where she took the injury. Ali Miller going straight in, and she just dropped her head in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Just going to stretch her off, so we'll start when she's off the field.
Yeah, getting medical attention right now, and France will want to keep all their players, especially, as you said, first game up. They want the bodies just to get some important match time, and then two full pool matches awaiting these sides later today.
We'll wait.
Anthony Eddy there on the sideline. I wonder what he's thinking. Good start by Ireland in the opening 7 minutes or so, and a little bit unlucky to go in 2 tries down, and they managed to contain France for the majority of the first 7 minutes. And you can see there Goulion unable to continue, been helped off to the sideline, just took a knock to the head. And look, where concussion injuries are concerned, there is no risk taken. If there's any doubt, off the field straight away, and that's good to see. She'll be looked after in the best of hands, and France to get on with it. Last play of the match, you feel, inside the last 30 seconds now. Line out here inside the Irish half.
Hold.
Ball off the top. Pass was a little bit slow. I thought the old slow motion got it kicked into gear there, but France still have it. Running across the pitch. Back inside to Guérin. Biscara. Now massive overlap here. She can fire this one out. That's what she does, and what a pass that is. Thomas on the wing. Ireland scramble across. Good defence to get there. Biscara again keeps it alive. Is there another one in the tank for France? There might be here. 2 out wide. The pass doesn't go to hand. Goussier into the corner. It's gone forward. The hooter has sounded. So that will be the last act of this game. France very, very comfortable. 4 tries in total. 2 in the first half, 2 in the second. Ireland unable to respond, and I'm sure disappointing for them in what is the first meeting of the sides for 3 years or so now. They wanted to hit the ground running here, the Irish, but it just hasn't happened for them, and France will be a danger for any side. Final score: France 22, Ireland 0.
It's a brutal game. The collisions, they can be huge.
You get hit, it's gonna hurt. You give a short ball,